Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes about Pulsar. My name is Christophe Bornet and I'm on the streaming team at DataStax. Today we are going to see how to create sources in Apache Pulsar. First, let's see what are Pulsar sources. Pulsar sources are runtime components managed by Pulsar that feed data to a Pulsar topic from external sources. Here is an example of a source which is already present in some Pulsar distributions, the file source. It reads files line by line from a configured input directory and sends a message for each line to the output topic. To write your own source, you'll have to do it in Java. You'll need to implement the source interface methods open, read, and close. The open method is called by the Pulsar runtime at initialization of the source. As arguments, you get the configuration that is passed by CLI or API when creating it, and the source context that contains some information about the source. The read method is called by the Pulsar runtime in a loop. It is where you return the records that will be written to the output topic. The close method is called when the source is closed for any reason. Now let's write an example source. I write a worldtime API source that makes HTTP requests to worldtimeapi.com and feeds the responses to Pulsar. The interval in seconds at which the request will be done will be configurable at the source creation. So in the open method, we read and store the config field interval in seconds, and we build a Java native HTTP client. In the read method, we wait the configured interval time, and then we make the HTTP request to the worldtime API. Eventually, we return a record with the response body as return value of the getValue method. Since the record interface has only getValue as non-default method, we can simplify the code with the lambda function. We don't need to release any resource when closing the source, so the close method does nothing. In the pom.xml, we only need Pulsar IO core as dependency. If you import dependencies, you'll need to package them with your code. This can be done, for instance, with the Maven shell plugin. Here, our code only depends on Pulsar IO core, and that dependency is already present in the Pulsar runtime, so there's no need to package a U-boot jar. We can now package the code for our source. We get a jar that we will later deploy to Pulsar. I'll start a standalone Pulsar instance using Docker. And once our Pulsar instance is started, we deploy our source using the Pulsar admin CLI. We use the command sources create. We pass the jar we built as -- archive argument. We need to provide the class name of our source, also the tenant, namespace, and a name, the topic where the messages will be published, and the custom configuration of the source. I'll set an interval of 1 second for each request. We then launch the command and see that the source is created successfully. Now that our source is running, we can use the Pulsar client CLI to consume from the topic we configured as output of the source. And we see that each second, we get the result of the HTTP request done to the worldtime API. If you want a deployment of Pulsar ready to go, you can go to astra.datastax.com/register streaming and get a free Pulsar instance up and running. If you have any question about today's video, you can email us at pulsarquestions@datastax.com. That will reach the team at DataStax. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please click the like button. That will make it easier for other people to find this video and grow the Pulsar community. If you are interested in other Pulsar topics, subscribe to our channel and get notified when new videos are added.